Hello people. 5 days ago, I adopted a really cute little Sphynx cat called Mary. She is my second cat. If you've watched my videos before, which if you have, hello. If you haven't, hello as well. You should watch more. I'm cool, guys. I'm cool. I swear. This is my first video about Mary.
This is my first video on Instagram. I'm not wearing a shirt, it's a shirtless jam.
I definitely didn't only say that so I could put that clip in the video, because that clip has been circling my mind for like the past week. Since day one was a very busy day, I'm gonna talk about the first day right now in the future. So here we go. Day one. Yeah. Day one was very chaotic because we weren't even planning on taking her that day. We were meant to take her like a little bit after, but it turned out that they were feeding her Whiskas, and my mum got angry and she wanted to pick her up that same day. So that's what we did. We had to drive about 2 hours to Birmingham. Birmingham is a shithole! I don't like going to Birmingham. Birmingham is scary.
I hate the fucking place!
But it was alright in the end. We got her. We had to drive like 2.5 hours back because there was traffic. Swear to God, Birmingham is just a lost place. She was extremely well behaved in the car. It was crazy. When we got Stanley, my first Sphynx cat, we only drove around 20 minutes and he screamed the whole way and he pooed and it was horrible, and yeah, that was just too much. And we ended up driving 2 hours with her, 2.5 maybe, and she was fine. She like half of the trip she was kind of just sitting and like trying to look out. She did try to kind of jump out of the carrier a few times, not jump out, but kind of like crawl out, but I stopped her. In the last hour, she just slept the whole way, so that was amazing. I did actually film Stanley's and Mary's first interaction together, which didn't go over so smoothly, but you know, it's not as worse. It's not it wasn't horrible. It just wasn't great. Be nice. See, she's scared, but I think Stanley's just a bit curious. Because Stanley's really good with other cats, so I'm not too worried about him being mean, but I'm scared more about her being scared. Hi, Ninny. Are you confused? Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. We're all gonna stay nice and calm, alright? Other than that, she kind of just slept next to me the whole night and like just around the time that we were there. Once Stanley left the room, she did walk around a little bit and explore her surroundings. But in general, she was a very well behaved cat or kitten, so it was all fine. Day 2. Oh my god. Oh. It is day 2 since I have brought Mary home, and I'm going to talk about some of the updates. First, I'm going to talk about her like confidence in general in the room. Yesterday, she was a lot more timid. She kind of just sat in one corner next to me, in this corner that she's sitting in right now. You can see. Today, she has explored the room a little bit more, walked around, you know. The thing is, yesterday when Stanley was in the room is when she sat next to me. The second that Stanley left the room, she felt a lot more confident walking around. But today, Stanley usually sleeps on a little wardrobe, on my wardrobe, like high up in the sky over there. I was kind of just watching her a lot today, like from above, and she did see him, like she saw that he was up there, but she still felt comfortable like playing on the ground, walking around. And even today, they would be like literally like, I don't know, like, you know, a little bit apart, and she'd still be walking around playing. Obviously she was a little bit more nervous when he came a bit closer to her, but that's normal. Hey, it's okay. It's okay. Oh goodness. See, Stanley's just trying to get to know her, like, this one is just not happy about it. The second thing is me and my mum were kind of freaking out because she didn't poo for a long time, until we were kind of starting to freak out, and I think part of the reason was because they were feeding her Whiskas or Whiskers, whatever it's called, at the other place, which is a bit... I'm not going to be too shady because I think they had a reason. They said they needed to fatten her up because she was a little bit skinny when she was born, but still that's a little bit sketch to me, but you know. And we put her on a more healthy like food, but obviously we should have transitioned her a little bit slower, so I think she just got a little bit constipated, her tummy got a little bit upset. So today my mum went out and got some Whiskers, and we mixed that with a little bit of the food we have been feeding her, and some boiled chicken, because apparently boiled chicken helps with constipation and like an upset tummy for cats. And we also got her some probiotics from the vet, and that seemed to have helped, thankfully. And now she has pooped 2 times. On day 2, she's pooped 2 times. Great. I'm just going to talk about her with Stanley. She has gotten a little bit more confident with him. She's still a little bit nervous. There's still a lot of growling and hissing. She mostly does the hissing. Stanley mostly does the growling. Stanley is a very talkative cat. He kind of just screams a lot. Not screams, but he cries a lot. I'll say that. You know, you pick him up, he cries a little bit. You do something to him. It's not like he's hurt. He's just very dramatic. Okay, I'll pick him up and he just starts screaming at me, and I'm like, okay, just calm down, buddy. Okay, I can pick you up all the time. Calm down. But he has been extremely talkative these past few days because he's so upset. But you know, I'm sure it'll be good in the long run. Like, he does like playing with other animals and other cats, so I think he'll be okay once they get used to each other. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, there is still a little bit of, you know, fear, but I do think it's getting better. They just can't be too close to each other, but they can still be in the same room and be okay. Like, you know, both of them can kind of coexist, I guess. Like, you know, I say that with a bit of a pinch of salt, but, you know, it's okay. It's only day 2. It's only day 2, baby. I'm trying to stay optimistic. I've been getting scared that Stanley hates me. He's had a real big mood with me since yesterday, and he seems like he hates me. But in the past, like, hour or 2, I've played with him a little bit. I've given him some love, and he seems to have forgiven me a little bit. But only a little bit. He's probably going to hold a grudge with me for, like, a month. So, that is the end of day 2 update. Update day 2.
Day 3. Well, already, wow.
I'm not going to lie, I forgot to record an update for day 3. But all you need to know is it's going a lot better. Stanley is not growling or hissing at Mary at all anymore. He's more just trying to get close to her, trying to make her realise that he's not a threat, I think. That's what I'm guessing from his behaviour. Mary is still hissing a little bit, growling a little bit, but definitely letting him get a little bit closer than before. I think they touched noses one time. But yeah, that's the update, sorry.
Day 4.
Yippee! It is day 4, and I'm here to tell you the update. Because it's day 4, there are not loads of updates, I'll be honest, but I will say that Stanley and Mary's little relationship is getting a lot better, I think. There is still hissing from Mary's side, but it's definitely gotten a lot less, and they're able to be, like, a lot closer to each other without there being any issues. It's still not perfect, but again, it's only day 4, and they're doing pretty good in my opinion, so I'm pretty gassed. There you go. Quite a short and sweet one. Here is Miss Mary in all of her glory. Oh, my shoulder. Oh, God. Surprise, surprise. I forgot to mention something again. I also wanted to say that I have noticed that Stanley is attempting to play with Mary like I've seen him play with other cats. He wants to play with her, but she doesn't want to play with him. Stasio. He just wants to play. And by other cats, I mean my auntie's cat that sadly passed away. R.I.P. Garfield. He's always in our hearts. Which is play fighting. He play fights quite roughly, and Mary does not like that. I think she thinks that Stanley wants to kill her. I don't think he's trying to kill her. I think he's just kind of swats his paw at her, like smacking. So that's not. I think he's not trying to do any harm. I think he's just trying to play with her, but she does not like it. She does not appreciate it at all. Also, update on Stanley hating me. Thankfully, I actually got him to lay down with me today, like cuddle a little bit and like sleep on my chest, which usually before we got married he would do like almost every day. But he has stopped doing that because he's mad at me. But today I did kind of trick him with treats to just at least lay down with me for, I want to say, around 45 minutes. So honestly, that is a win for today. Hopefully he gets over this little weird hatred for me soon.
Day 5 is the end.
It is officially day 5, which is the last day that I'm going to include in this whole video. Mostly because, I don't know, I feel like doing more than that would just be like too much. But here are the updates. I want to say that Stanley, I'm pretty sure he is completely fine with her now, pretty much. But the only issue is I don't think he understands the difference between playing nicely and playing roughly and like abusing her.
Stasio, calm down. She's just a baby. Hey, she's just a baby. Hey, stop. Stop. Stanley, stop. That's not nice. That's not nice.
So that's a bit of a, because he, like I said in the day 4 update, he plays very roughly and he likes to play fight and he's very, he likes to pounce like a lot of other cats. Like that is pretty normal from what I've seen online. But Mary is tiny. She's only 11 weeks in a couple days. So I don't want her to get hurt or anything. She hasn't got any scratches on her from him. She hasn't bled at all, so don't worry. And I have been monitoring them whilst they've been like playing. But a lot of the time she'll run into a corner and then Stanley will just harass her, and I have to come and grab her out of that corner. So that's not great. Overall, I do think he's fine with her. I just need him to understand that she is tiny and he is big, and him doing all of that to her, not the best idea. With Mary, health-wise, she's been eating very well. She's been, using the bathroom. Everything's been fine with her. On that level, she is walking around my room still. We haven't really let her wander downstairs or anything, just because I'm scared she's gonna get lost and she's gonna go somewhere, or I don't know. So I don't think she's ready for that yet. Also, I don't really mention this a lot because it's not very relevant to my videos, but I have got an elderly dog as well. I've got a little Yorkie called Sophie that's 14 years old. She has seen Mary a couple of times and she's been fine with her. Mary's a little bit scared of her, I think, because obviously it's dog and that's scary. But I think Sophie, she's a little bit lost in the head right now because obviously she's old, and I think she just thinks it's like Stanley part 2 but tiny. So I don't really, when I got Stanley, she was not happy. They had a little bit of arguments, but with Mary she hasn't had any scuffles or anything. She actually licked her on the nose one time. That was kind of cute, not gonna lie, but Mary didn't really appreciate it. I don't think she understood. But that's pretty much it for this video, to be honest. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to like, subscribe, all of those things. If my comments are turned on, please comment. I'm really upset because the comments on my last video, my No Sphynx concert meet and greet Halloween party video, were turned off, and I'm really upset because that video did really well and no one got to comment, and it made me go a bit mad because I was really gassed that video got a lot of support, because I was happy with it. But it happened like that with that. It happened that way, I guess. For God's sakes, YouTube, I'm not a child. I am not a child. Thanks, YouTube. No minors are at risk in this video, okay? It's all fine, okay? For God's sakes, I'm getting abused out here by YouTube. Oh, you're so cute. You're so cute. Do you have anything to say? Okay. No, don't bite it, Bye-bye.